fait longtemps qu'on t'a pas parlé officiellement. On peut-tu revenir sur les derniers mois? Évidemment, bon, il y a les Jeux olympiques, tu es revenu, tu t'es reblessé. Comment tu as géré, comment tu as vécu cette situation-là, soit moralement, mentalement?
Oui, on gère ça encore, je pense, une journée à la fois. Je pense que c'est choyé ici à Montréal d'avoir une équipe incroyable. Tu sais, depuis les Jeux aussi, disons que ça peut être facile mentalement, physiquement. Je pense que ça fait partie de la vie d'athlète, de savoir comment se remonter les manches, comment aller au travail. Puis je pense que l'équipe qu'on a ici, les joueurs, tout le monde ensemble, on est ici pour le même but. Puis, tu sais, dans des estrades, à moitié de la saison, c'est jamais le fun. Tu veux pas voir ça. Mais pour vrai, de voir de l'extérieur comment les filles ont tout step up, de voir comment on a joué la saison, c'est incroyable. Puis très choyée, très chanceuse de pouvoir revenir pour les séries.
Est-ce que tu penses que tu es revenu trop vite?
Je pense pas qu'il y ait de décision, de bonnes décisions ou de mauvaises. Je pense qu'en tant qu'athlète, tu peux toujours être sur la glace. À ce moment-là, je pense en tant que joueuse, en tant qu'organisation, on était les deux sur la même page. Donc, je voulais revenir, j'étais prête, tout était correct. Puis je pense que ça fait partie de la vie d'athlète.
T'as de ma chance.
Effectivement.
À quel point c'était important d'aller à Seattle, de traverser le continent pour aller jouer un match là-bas, puis comment tu t'es sentie sur la glace?
Ah oui, je pense de pouvoir revenir ça. Je vais avoir un match en dessous de ma ceinture, qu'on peut dire, juste d'avoir le feeling, le timing des choses. Je pense qu'il y a un petit travail à faire individuellement. Je pense pas que c'est la game que je suis la plus fière, mais je pense que j'en demande beaucoup de moi-même. Puis je pense que je suis pas excitée de commencer samedi, mais je suis contente d'avoir un match sur la route, d'être avec l'équipe, avec les joueuses, puis commencer les séries samedi.
De voir que ça allait autant bien de haut, à quel point ça donnait encore plus l'envie de revenir le plus vite possible.
Ça, 100%, mais je pense que tu es à l'écart quand tu peux pas nécessairement revenir, ton corps ne peut pas. Je pense de voir les filles avoir autant de succès, pour moi, c'est ça qui me rendait tellement heureuse, pour être honnête, dans les estrades. J'étais vraiment fière de faire partie de Victoire, puis ils l'ont démontré match après match. Il y a eu des hauts, des bas, mais très cool de voir ce que les filles ont fait après les Olympiques.
Was there ever a doubt that you wouldn't be able to come back for the playoffs?
I mean, there's always one. I think as an athlete, there's things happening. Not too sure, but yeah, I mean, the team that we have here, they put everything in place to make sure I was ready to come back, and here I am, and I'm happy about it.
You know, last few years the story was depth scoring, not getting the big goals in the playoffs. Seeing the team, how they performed while you were out, how does that raise the confidence level going into another playoff series?
Honestly, it was amazing to see just everybody stepping up, and like you mentioned, like we haven't had the same lineup much the whole season, so everybody was in and out, and honestly, people coming in and stepping up game after game was something unbelievable, and obviously Anne behind the pipes, Sandy coming in and had a couple games. It's been a teamwork all year long, and that's something that's amazing to see.
Tu parles d'Anne-Renée. L'année passée, elle a été élue la gardienne de l'année dans la Ligue. Cette année, on dirait qu'elle est encore meilleure. Est-ce que ça se peut?
Ouais, pas pire. Non, vrai de voir Anne s'élever année après année, c'est quelque chose que moi, je suis pas surprise. C'est une fille de caractère, c'est une fille très compétitive. Puis, tu sais, pour elle, d'avoir le trophée l'année passée, je pense pas que c'est ça qui la rendait super heureuse. Je pense qu'il y a un autre trophée qu'on va tout gagner. Puis, elle a levé sa game tout au long de la saison. Puis, de l'avoir derrière nous, c'est remarquable. Puis, très chouette d'avoir ça à Montréal.
À ce stade-ci, dans tous les sports professionnels, c'est sûr qu'il n'y a personne qui est à 100%, là, puis toi-même t'en as parlé. Pour toi, là, c'est quoi qui va faire, qu'est-ce qui fait la différence quand tu arrives en séries éliminatoires, même si tu sais que tu n'es pas à 100% de capacité et tu as encore peut-être cette petite blessure-là?
Je pense que le mindset, les détails, c'est quelque chose qui est super important. Surtout à séries, vraiment jouer, d'espérer, de pouvoir bloquer des lancers, de faire tout ce qui est possible pour vraiment donner de l'avance à ton équipe. Puis, je pense que toutes les filles ici, tu vas tout au long de la saison, être capable de bloquer des lancers, plonger, faire tout ce qui est possible pour gagner. Je pense que même si tu n'es pas à 100%, je pense que le mindset est toujours super important.
Contre le Minnesota, précisément, ça va être quoi le facteur le plus déterminant de cette série-là, selon toi?
Oui, détail, jouer physique, ils mettent beaucoup lancé au filet avec beaucoup de trafic. Je pense qu'ils ont une très bonne équipe. Je pense qu'on a démontré les 2 dernières années, les 2 qui ont gagné la Walter Cup. Mais je pense que pour nous, c'est vraiment un match à la fois, focusé sur nous-mêmes, Tu sais, oui, c'est des séries éliminatoires, mais on ne veut pas changer qu'on a une très bonne saison. Je pense que c'est vraiment continuer sur cette lancée-là. C'est pas comme si tout d'un coup on flippe une switch puis on commence à jouer du hockey. Là. Je pense que c'est tout le long de l'année, c'est le processus vraiment truster tout ce qu'on a fait puis vraiment aller de l'avant du côté des séries éliminatoires.
Tu parles de la Coupe Walter. Cet été, vous êtes allé chercher 3 joueuses qui ont participé à la finale, en Darkangelo, Girolamo puis Flaherty. À quel point, c'est quoi la valeur de ces joueuses-là cette saison, 3 filles qui ont participé à la finale? C'est quand même d'expérience importante.
Oui, super. Je pense que ces grandes dames-là, on est super choyés de les avoir aussi à Montréal. Puis tu vois vraiment les expériences qu'ils apportent. De voir Shiann Flaherty qui ont eu la chance d'aller dans la finale à la Coupe Walter. Pour nous, c'est ça qu'on veut. Je pense que c'est un match à la fois, un chiffre à la fois. Puis je pense que de montrer tout le long de l'année, être patient. C'est ça qu'il faut, je pense, c'est le hockey de série. Tu veux pas, ça va pas rentrer tout de suite. Vraiment focuser sur la patience, jouer notre jeu, puis jouer vraiment le hockey de la victoire.
J'ai eu la discussion avec Anne et Laura plutôt cette saison. Bon, c'est une année pas facile, les Jeux olympiques, la déception. Où tu es aujourd'hui dans ta carrière, ce que tu as vécu, le succès que tu as eu, à quel point tu as faim à l'approche éliminatoire? Puis cette Coupe Walter-là, ça représenterait quoi aujourd'hui pour toi?
Oui, je pense que c'est en haut de la liste. Ça, c'est sûr. Je pense que ce soit les 2 dernières années, ici, jouer avec la victoire, de se rendre, de finir dans les premiers au classement, vraiment, j'avais passé la première ronde. Pour nous, on est à famille. On veut bien faire, on veut jouer un jour à la fois, on veut bien faire pour nous-mêmes, pour les fans, pour les gens autour de nous, mais vraiment, le but, c'est la Coupe Walter. Je pense qu'on est tous dans le même but dans la chambre. Ça, c'est quelque chose qui est super important.
On sent beaucoup, puis on voit un peu une confiance dans le groupe cette année, probablement plus que les autres années, même au point de choisir les 2 fois championne Walter comme premier adversaire. Comment tu vis ça, ce genre d'aura un peu que cette équipe dégage avant les séries éliminatoires?
Je pense que pour nous, c'est vraiment focusser sur nous-mêmes. Puis tout le long de l'année, c'est pas comme si d'un coup on est devenu confiant. Je pense que ça a été vraiment un match à la fois où vraiment, match après match, on avait des petits détails où on faisait mieux. Donc, on faisait mieux sur le côté power play, sur des avantages numériques, 5 contre 5. Plein de petits détails comme ça que match après match, que oui, on gagnait un petit peu plus de confiance. Mais pour nous, à la fois, c'est vraiment tête à terre, aller au travail, puis vraiment se lever les manches, puis vraiment jouer du hockey de play-off, comme on peut dire, puis vraiment jouer physique, puis être nous-mêmes.
C'est bon, merci.
Merci, bye.
Last year, you played Minnesota in the final. What did they bring in the playoffs that's a little bit different than what they do in regular season?
Yeah, I mean, I think they have a lot of depth. They have a lot of talent on that team. Right now, like the second half of the season, I think it's amplified a bit, and all lines are going to be rolling. So, I mean, I think just intensity overall in the league, right? Everyone's amped up for this. So, yeah, it's going to be exciting.
How do you want to shut down their big offense?
Yeah, I think focusing on us, honestly, that's what we've done, and that's what we've had success all season. So, focusing on our game, obviously being physical, making plays when we can, and getting a lot of pucks on these goalies is going to be huge. Getting screens, things like that.
And you've clinched a month ago. Now to play games that are meaningful for you guys, how it feels in the locker room?
Yeah, I think kind of the same. I mean, if anything, people are a little bit more excited. Maybe some nerves at the beginning for, different reasons and stuff like that. But we've been building and, trying to get first place. So every game's had meaning, I would say. But it's definitely going to be more exciting, right? It's playoffs, and this is what we all look forward to, so.
A few of your teammates told me how you're a player that's meant to play in the playoffs because they remember how you've been able to shut down Crew in the playoffs last year. What do you remember from what you saw from Montreal last year, and how excited are you to finally be on the other side as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fans here are incredible, right? So, I mean, that's awesome. The Canadian markets have been super welcoming and good with that kind of stuff. But just from a playing standpoint, yeah, I mean, super excited. Obviously, just having some experience being in this situation and stuff, but nothing changes. I think just want to stay consistent in my game, be a powerful forward, and try to stay steady for teammates that maybe are nervous and that sort of thing going into it.
You're talking about experience, but what is the value of that experience? You've been in the final, Di Girolamo too, Flaherty. So what is the value of that experience in the locker room?
I think just like a sense of calmness, if you will. I mean, just to play hockey, right? At the end of the day, it's a game, and just to stay focused on that and support teammates where they need it and things like that. But then to bring the intensity and kind of know what's going to happen when the puck drops.
Can you talk about Renee?
Oh yeah, I mean, she's obviously incredible. She's been incredible for us, won games this season. I don't think we'd be where we're at without her in the back there. So having that confidence, I think, just adds another layer. As you guys know, we call her Queen.
When the home team has never won a semifinal series going into it, last year you were on the opposite end of it. What is it about being on the road to start a series that maybe gives an advantage to that team? I mean, all the teams are so tight. Does it give a little advantage? Or?
I don't know. I mean, I want to play at home. So, I think, like I said, during playoffs, everything's just kind of amplified. You're excited, right? So we've had a week here going into this, and then you're going to start playing games back to back. So it's going to be momentum at the start and whatever. But, I mean, I'm happy to be at home and start this here and hopefully give the crowd what they want.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
First round?
Yep.
Extra motivation for you?
Is it what?
Is it like an extra motivation for you, considering that you've won 2 times with them and now you're facing them in a playoff? So
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to have some friendly competitiveness, although it won't be friendly on the ice, as we all know. But yeah, it'll be nice to be on the other side of things at home. It'll be a special game for sure.
and how to shut them down? You know how they play, so how do you shut them down?
Yeah, I mean, they like to score goals, so if our defense keep doing what we're doing and Anne's being stellar back in the net, so keep doing what we're doing, we'll be okay.
You came in Montreal last summer with Girolamo and also Darkangelo, who all played in final. How do you think that experience is going to help? How can you help the team, the newer one, on that team with the experience?
Yeah, we have a lot of experience, not just in the PWHL finals, but if you look at all the big games that all of our team has played, I think everyone knows how to stay calm, cool, collected in those moments. Yeah, we have a very mature group, and I think that alone will help us out in its own kind of way. Yeah, just being in those situations, I think, will just help you. It's just another game. It's a whole new season, so yeah.
Last 2 playoffs when you were with Minnesota, you started on the road. Game 1 at home in front of the Montreal fans. Are you looking forward to that?
Absolutely. Our fans are stellar this whole season, and I know they're just gonna turn it up an extra notch for playoffs. So playing in front of them will be very special.
Can you talk about André?
Bien.
Debian? Oh my. Yeah, she's calm, cool, collected back there. She really holds us in some of these games. Like Scams was saying earlier, when we have a breakdown, she's just like, oh, got you guys, no worries. And when you look back and she is smiling at you after you just messed up big time, and then knowing that she's behind you, you're like, okay, you can play a little looser, knowing that you have that extra wall behind you that is going to shut pretty much everything down. Yeah.
We all knew before you came how good you were defensively and how physical you can be, but over the last maybe 10 games you showed you have good hands too and you can score amazing goals. Is that something you've been asked to maybe do a bit more, or that's always something that was part of your game?
I think it's always been part of my game. It doesn't show all the time, but I think just the confidence that I have this year is definitely helping different aspects of my game come out, and having coaches that are trusting me in all different types of situations and makes me want to have the puck on my stick, so definitely helping.
The defense group was strong even without Erin in the lineup. With her back, what does she bring to the group as a whole and make everyone's job easier?
Another steady presence. I mean, sometimes we call her the conductor back there because she just knows where everyone should be at all times. And I think that helps because sometimes if you get a little scrambly, especially in bigger games, I mean, she's back there and she's like, hey, this side, that side. She'll basically tell you where to go, which is very nice.
What can you tell us about the growth of Nicole since she was drafted? What did you see from her this season?
Lots of points. She's putting up lots of points, which is amazing to see, especially these last, the second half of the season. She's really come into her own, and again, is another steady presence back there that even the older girls look up to. And you see someone younger step into a big role like that and then just flourish. It's really cool to see, and I think she's really coming to her own here.
Awesome.
Last year you played Minnesota in the playoffs.
Yep.
What is it that they do differently in the playoffs compared to the regular season? You kind of prepare for a little bit.
I mean, I think they're a really well-organized team. I think they are like that in the regular season too, but I think it's dialed up a little bit in the postseason, and they're all on the same page, and they all execute really well, and they have a lot of high-powered offense, obviously, as well. So I think that's something that's served them in the past, and we've obviously found a way to stop them in the regular season, and we're just going to continue to do that in the postseason.
You've played with so many of those players on the American team, so have you had conversations maybe with the staff or the players on how to shut down that offensive, High C, Schofield, all of those?
I mean, I think, playing against them enough as well, I think you learn a lot about a player, and then being on their team, I know their tendencies, obviously, and so we haven't talked too much about it, but, Yeah, I know what they like to do, and obviously we want to make them as uncomfortable as possible on the ice because they all are talented players.
Do you think that's the key? It's just going to be to shut down that offense?
Yeah, I think it's, continue to play physical against them, not let them get to spaces easily. I think that's what they like to do. Obviously, they like to drive the net. They like to go around the outside, cut to the middle. But as long as we make it hard on them to do the things that they like to do, they're going to get frustrated, and we got to just keep wearing them down.
All through the season, it seems like you guys have been playing a playoff style of hockey. Mm-hmm. Is that going to help you knowing what you need to do in the playoffs?
Absolutely. I think that's been our brand the whole season. We've been wanting to be hard to play against, and I think we've really set ourselves up for that. I think that's why we got first overall. I think that was a really big accomplishment for us, but it's attributed to how hard we play every game, and I think we're going to ramp that up for the off season or for the postseason as well. Excuse me.
You can share that spot in the playoffs about a month ago, and finally you have a game that means something. You feel like, what does it change? Because for a month, you were playing Vancouver, Seattle, but still you knew you were going to be in the playoffs. You knew you were going to have the home advantage and everything.
Yeah, I think there's definitely maybe a different intensity, obviously, than the teams who were battling to the very last game. I think you could kind of feel it when you were watching it. But I think for us, we know what we're capable of. We know how hard we can play, and I think, all the waiting has made us even more excited, I think, for playoffs. So we're amped. We're ready to go.
Everybody's been playing pretty well. PP is working. All the lines have been scoring, even who wasn't there. She's been around the team, but now the fact that she's back, what do you think it's going to change on the ice, outside of the ice, for the playoffs?
She's just such an important piece of our team. Obviously, we missed her a lot, and I think, she's the heartbeat of the team. She's our leader. She's everything to us, and so to have her back, I think it all gives us a little extra energy boost. And just on and off the ice, she's that presence in the locker room that we need, the calmness, and we're really happy to have her, obviously, for postseason.
This time of year, it's rare for teams to be at 100%. And for really one of the first times this year, you guys are all together.
Yeah.
What is that like to kind of, because there is an adjustment, I guess, to have everybody in different roles and things like that, but what's it like to know that you have everybody at your disposal?
It is crazy to think about. When I heard we only had played with our full lineup 5 times this year or something, I was like, wow. But also just how impressive it was that everyone who came in stepped up. And I think it's amazing that now we have our full lineup for the postseason. I think it's going to, again, inject a different type of energy into the group, because I think we're all excited to be back together and playing, and everyone kind of knows their roles and knows what they need to do in order to win these games.
Can you talk about Anne-Renée?
Oh my gosh. What else can you say? She's just absolutely incredible. She's so calm back there. She's stopping every, anytime we have a breakdown, she's able to stop it, and just smiling back there every time she stops it. And I'm like, oh, sorry about that one, But she's just an incredible force for us, and just keeps us calm on the ice. And we know if we make a mistake, she's there to back us up every time.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Out of the overtimes and the tight games, how it shapes your preparation for the playoff this year?
Yeah, I think, the way that we prepared for playoffs this year, we've been preparing for a little while now, just in terms of how do we want to taper at the end of the year? What does it look like? What type of information are we giving the girls? And kind of sprinkling it versus, trying to get everything done in a small period of time. So, and when it comes to overtime, all we can try to do is control the regulation and do what we can to play our game in the first 60 minutes and hope that that's enough. And, if there's overtime, I think everybody in all departments learned a lot from last year to, combat that. And for us, we get to just play the game. So, we'll wait and see what happens.
How do you prepare for that? Apart having maybe pickle juice and mustard on the sideline, how do you kind of prepare the athletes for that training-wise?
I think it's hard to prepare it training-wise. I think, I think we do a great job with our performance team to have the fittest team we possibly can. And, that's going to be something that takes over in those moments. But a big piece of it is mental as well. And we're fortunate that we have a lot of players that, played in those moments, played in overtime games. And we'll be relying on that just in terms of, how we can remember what it felt like, what it's going to look like. And hopefully we don't get to that.
Is it fair to say that you've been preparing stylistically to play for the playoffs all year?
Yeah,
that's what we hope to do. It kind of starts as we cast a wide net, and then we narrow that down as we continue to go. But I mean, it's hard to prepare exactly for that, other than with our younger players, giving them opportunities all throughout the year, putting them in different scenarios, putting them in top 6, bottom 6, 13 or 7, just to have them playing all over the place. And same with our veterans too. That could be the case with our vets needing to play in different scenarios. So yes, we have been, but we haven't had the full roster all year. So it does affect it or impact it a little bit.
Last summer, you brought 3 players who've been in the final of the PWHL in Di Girolamo, Darkangelo, and Flaherty. What is the value of those 3 players?
Yeah, I mean, they've all been great pros for us. They lead by example. They know the stressors of what a playoff run can look like, and how you need to bring the team in those moments. And I think that they've all done a great job of leading our group and leading in their own way and bringing their experience to us. And it was important to us to have players who have experienced different championship pedigree, who have gone the distance, and even people who have lost in those moments is important too. So and then the leadership piece, I think that was a big piece for us as well in who we were after in free agency.
What do you remember from Darkangelo's work last year in that first round? The way she was maybe able to shut down through that first line.
Yeah. I mean, she did her job. She did a great job in that first series, and she had been someone that we had our eye on from the very beginning of the league, and it just didn't work out for us to land her here in Montreal, but finally we got her, and she's been amazing as a leader in our room. She truly does connect with every single person, and she never gets too high and never gets too low, and she understands the long-term vision, which is great as a player. And then, she has that ability to take on big minutes and big opponents. And so that's why we wanted her.
We have that first line back together, Stacy, Pooh, and Rock. Why was it important for you to give them that chance to play again together now that Pooh is back?
I mean, it's always a puzzle piece. There's tons of lines that played together that did really well when that line wasn't together or available to play together. And, it's just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. And, that made a lot of sense to us with the, reuniting of Scamurra, Greg, and Murphy. And so, the way that we organized our lines is always looking at who fits well together, who works well together, and who are the complementary pieces that we can add to each line. And you know what, right now, everybody can play in playoffs. Everybody has the ability to play, and that's the amazing thing about our depth.
We talk a lot about obviously Poulin being back, but Murphy being back also in time for playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
She always knows how to step up in these games. So how excited are you to have her back as well?
Yeah, I mean, Murph has been she's been one of our steadiest players all year. She's given us really great minutes, whether it's on the power play, on the kill, 5-on-5. Really excited to have her back.
You talk about Anne. She looks even better than last season.
Yeah, I mean, Anne's always good, and this is another level, so that's good for us. She just brings that kind of calm and composure in the crease, and she's, a big leader on our team as well, and I think, she's really been able to just keep everything cool and in the middle and not getting too high or too low, and she'll be a big part of this playoff run.
Don't know if you saw the schedule of the other series, but there's a 6-day break between games 2
I
and
heard
3.
that.
As a coach, would you prefer that, or would you prefer to keep going games?
The players, they just want to play. Yes, as a coach, yes, but for the players, they want to play games. So I think I would take in the middle of that. Give us a few practices and then play a game, but coaches like practices. I mean, I think players like practices too if we play games. When we play games.
And finally, how excited are you? Because it's been a long time since last year, playoffs. So personally, how excited are you to be behind the bench in the Bass Bell? You know?
Yeah, I mean it's going to be amazing. I'm really excited. We've prepared so hard this season. I mean we do every year, but you learn a little bit more every single year. And our staff has just put together, I think, an outstanding product on the ice, and the players have to execute. If we can get some continued details from our special teams and keep playing stingy defense 5-on-5, and keep getting depth scoring, I'm looking forward to what we can try to achieve together.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.